Hey there, everybody, this is Ray Carsillo, the reviews and previews editor for Electronic Gaming Monthly, EGM. And I had a chance at EA Play this year to check out Star Wars Battlefront II, a little bit of multiplayer. You're going to see us here on the planet of Theed, and actually you're getting into the match about, still pretty early, but about one life in, where I had a couple of kills. And what we're trying to do is, in this first phase of a three-phase versus mode, is use the ion cannons there that are placed around the map to stop the droid transport. Now, of course, as you'll notice, something very different from Battlefield 1 is that this is inside the prequels, embracing all three eras of Star Wars very deeply. EA Dice knows that they had to give us something from the first three episodes, no matter how you feel about them. And what's great is as I bite the dust there, is that what's really great about this is that, yes, the original, however you feel about episodes 1, 2, 3, there were good things to come out of them, and especially a lot of times the battles, the spaceships, the dogfights, right? The battles against the battle droids and the Separatists on Naboo in episode 1. These were good elements that work well in Battlefront, and in this mode, it fits perfectly. Now, what's also nice about the mode is, as you'll see later on in this video, is that even when you want to earn heroes, the heroes don't necessarily have to be limited to just this time period. Somebody will play as Rey, somebody will play as Darth Maul, which fits into this time period. Somebody will play as Boba Fett, and even I might get a try at Han Solo. You know, obviously the big thing about this is that you kind of try and hang back and kind of try to almost like snipe the droid transport unit there. It takes some time. And the weapons, you know, they felt pretty good. It took me a little while to get used to it. I admit we were playing on PC, which, for those of you who know, EGM is typically a console-oriented outlet. Always has been. So that was a bit of... This is actually my second match. It definitely took a little time to get the rust off. My first match was absolutely dreadful, so we're not even going to bother showing you that. But it was on the same map anyway, and it was also... EA only let us play 2 matches, but they didn't let us change sides. I was really disappointed to not get a chance to play as the droid troopers. You know, we played as clone troopers the entire time. As like I said, we're playing as, you know, in the episode 1 through 3 era. So that was kind of disappointing. We were going to get a chance to see some of the different classes. You'll see there, like officers. Officers have interesting boosts and kind of like, if they're nearby, can help teammates with boost their damage and whatnot. And also have an interesting turret they can drop down, but they only have a pistol, which doesn't do a ton of damage. Assaults are kind of your all-around good troopers. These guys here, your heavies, they can have shields put around their guns, which help protect their torsos. They don't move very quickly when they have those up, though. So some risk rewards, definitely, when playing, and definitely some new things that you're going to have to get used to. I was also disappointed by the fact that we didn't get a chance to really customize. I looked at some of the different cards, but all the cards that were available to us were basically already equipped. I would have liked to have seen some new ones, for sure. But, so this was just a taste of Star Wars Battlefront 2, and honestly, it felt really good, even on PC. Again, somebody who isn't familiar with the PC format, you know, I mean, obviously I know how to play. I mean, I didn't have a great KD, but it wasn't awful, and that damn tank. But yeah, I mean, it was interesting to play, it was fun to play. I mean, EA... Also, by the way, if you're not hearing anything from the game, because unfortunately there was a lot of technical difficulties all day at EA Play, and so my audio cut out about 3 minutes into playing. That's also part of the reason why you didn't see the beginning of the match and some opening, an opening kind of banner kind of thing. And it actually happened to like half my team where the audio just cut out, and the only other option would be to completely restart the game. And unfortunately, because we were on limited time and EA wasn't giving us more than a couple of matches with this, it was either go no audio or probably not record at all. So we figured it'd be better for me to do commentary over this when you can still see what's happening in the game and kind of get a feel for how everything works. But unfortunately, a lot of the color and a lot of the special effects, of course, that define Star Wars, a lot of the sound effects you can't hear because of that technical issue. And that was kind of the the theme of the day at EA Play. Lots of technical issues, lots of disorganization, but they carried the day on the strength of their lineup. EA came out with a lot of great games besides Star Wars Battlefront 2, showing that off. Of course, their sports lineup, new story mode in Madden. They've got NBA Live is coming back. They've got that new game from the guys who made Brothers: A Tale of Two Sons. It's called A Way Out, which almost kind of looks like a cross between like Shawshank Redemption and really a lot of Shawshank in there. That's really what I'm kind of thinking. I don't really can't think what else it would cross with, but that was really interesting. Need for Speed Payback, which is basically Need for Speed Fast and the Furious. Honestly, that was probably one of my honestly, I played a lot of games at EA Play, and Need for Speed is actually probably my least favorite. I'm not going to lie. So there was a strong lineup overall for EA. I think A Way Out really kind of stole the day because I think it was such a surprise from a lot of people. And this is Star Wars Battlefront 2. I know some people were disappointed we didn't get to see the single player, but I think they're just trying to save it. It's an original story. It's something we've wanted for, with this new Inferno Squad. It's going to bridge the gap between episodes 6 and 7. It's going to be canonical. And I think that it's really interesting that they're doing that. And I'm kind of okay with them not showing off anything from that yet, not to get too spoilery. And I'm sure we'll see more as the summer continues. By the way, this is something that I kind of found out also afterwards, is that I don't know. But again, because we didn't have audio and couldn't hear, myself and a lot of my team thought the game might have been rigged because we stopped the droid transport and the game continued to go on. But we've of course realized later on that there are some modes in Star Wars Battlefront where even if you succeed, all it does is it makes the second phase easier for you and then possibly could end. And unfortunately, we were unsuccessful in that. But I think it really threw us all for a big loop. So I was talking to several people afterwards also who said, no, I hit the and there's Darth Maul with the ambush there. I hit the droid transport several times after it hit 0 and it still didn't get blown up or whatever. But you see that reinforcements number there, and I wonder if it doesn't have anything to do with that maybe it just weakens it and whatnot when you get to the second phase. But if that's the case, I think a more clear indicator would have been nice. But again, also because of the audio glitch, I'm not sure what happened. But it felt like the fix was in, folks. It felt like no matter what we did, we couldn't get past these guys. We lost both matches, me and the team that I was on. But the second match was much closer. And of course, I used things like thermal grenades and stuff, which is I liked using the assault a lot. A couple of guys here, a couple of cowards. I pretty much had them, and then I didn't. I thought I had them, but what are you going to do? But yeah, no, the droids put up a really good fight. I was really kind of surprised. And yeah, so I mean, you see there, as you earn points, that was another big thing about Star Wars Battlefront 2. Battle points. Every time you die, you earn points as long as you did something well. As if you got a kill, an assist, it helped with the objective. And then by earning so many points, you can earn special items, special classes of trooper, tanks, or in this case, kind of those little scout walkers. Or, of course, you could save up to get a hero. And you'll see I do end up successfully saving up. That was a weird glitch. Successfully saving up to get a hero by the end of this match. And of course, Star Wars Battlefront 2 coming out later this year. I believe it's November the 17th, I believe. On PC, Xbox One, and PS4. And again, this was the PC version. It looked great. Absolutely fantastic. Like I said, it took me a little while to get used to the handling because I don't usually play PC games. Yeah, November 17th, 2017, right before Thanksgiving. So this way you and your family, after eating a ton of turkey, can gather around and go shoot some stormtroopers or something. But yeah, so I mean, this of course is from EA Dice. It feels like Star Wars Battlefront 2 feels like honestly, it feels like a big jump forward though since Battlefront 1. And, in a similar way that the original Star Wars Battlefront 2 jumped up from Star Wars Battlefront 1 over a decade ago. All that makes me feel is I'm really curious to see what happens if there's a third game, how far they go. But I'm sure that'll all come down to the reception of this game's campaign, as well as a few other factors. Whether or not they can keep it going and keep the community thriving. One way to help do that, though, is they also announced, and John Boyega actually did a guest spot to do it. Of course, plays Finn in the new movies. All the DLC is gonna be free, at least to start for sure. Finn and Captain Phasma will be free hero characters that'll come shortly after, probably right around the time the release of Episode 8, The Last Jedi. And shortly after the launch of Battlefront 2. So that'll be interesting. One thing that I was kind of disappointed by, nothing was mentioned, was VR. Star Wars Battlefront 1 had a VR mission that was added late when you get to fly in an X-Wing, which is actually really, really cool if you haven't played it, haven't had a chance. If you have a PSVR headset or an Oculus, Xbox One users are kind of out of luck. But, as you see here now, me playing as the officer, with the turret and whatnot, and, but yeah, so that was really great. The fact that they're going to add, and there's Darth Maul, and that's not good. And he pushes me away, but I think it's too little, too late. I'm not sure if I got the kill or my turret got the kill there, but, or at least I got the assist for sure. But yeah, no, it's definitely a good thing that they're going more for free DLC, and I think a lot of companies are starting to go that route because of the constant backlash that DLC typically causes. So you give a game like this with free DLC, it goes a long way to get people to make that initial $60 purchase. And I'm sure there'll be ways. And I wanted to play as Rey here because I'm Rey. My name's Rey, right? But somebody else was already as Rey, so I had to choose Han. I had to be Han Solo. Not a bad second choice, but yeah. So I was kind of. And this was very weird, by the way, shifting from first person to third person. I know that happens in the first game too, but doing that again on PC was it kind of took me a second to get used to it. And there was the other Rey bouncing around. I got a few kills, but then I mean Darth Maul did a ton of damage to me there, and that really kind of wiped me out. But I got a few kills, got my KD better. But anyway, we're coming to the end. Like I said, it kind of fixed us in. We didn't win. It was not a good ending for us, unfortunately. But I want to thank everybody for watching. Let us know what you think. Are you excited for Star Wars Battlefront 2? Are you going to pre-order it? Are you going to buy it? What do you think of the new the DLC? What do you think of the prequel the prequel episodes getting their own maps and whatnot? And yeah, just let us know what you think in the comments below. We're always willing to listen, and we'll respond whenever we can. Again, this has been Ray Carsillo, reviews and previews editor for Electronic Gaming Monthly. You can also don't forget to follow EGM on Twitter at EGM Now. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is what you're probably watching right now. And also, I'm on Twitter as at Ray Carsillo, RayCarsillo. So, yeah, thanks again for watching, everybody. We really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time. Take it easy. Have a good one. Bye-bye.